At first, she tells me, I don't feel like myself. This sounds so strange to me, coming from a woman so self-assured, so confident, a beacon of light and a symbol of certainty to everyone around her. She tells me, I feel so empty, so lonely. What is a daughter to say when her mother tells her that she feels purposeless, that she wishes she were settled down, that her life isn't what she imagined it would be? She tells me, this is not my mind as I know it. It's just us two in this big, hollow house. And I begin to scramble for solutions, activities, outings, quality time, to keep some semblance of familiarity in a world that, to her, no longer feels familiar. She tells me, my thoughts don't connect to my emotions. The days blur together. She stops eating, stops bathing. She starts crying, starts quivering. 1 minute, gazing into space. The next, shaking at the sound of a ringing phone. I wasn't prepared for this. Then she tells me, I'm having crazy thoughts. At first, I don't understand, and then suddenly I do. I break the wall of silence she built around her shame. I do the only thing I know to do. I insist she accept the help she needs. She tells me, I'm feeling better. These hospital walls are cold, sterile, devoid of humanity. I wonder, how did she end up here? How could this be real? But all I can do is hope that she'll find her way out of this darkness. She tells me, I don't know what to do. She's back home now, but no better than before. I do anything I can think of to get us out of the house, to keep her awake, aware, talking, but I'm met with resistance at every turn. She tells me over and over, I'm sorry. You shouldn't have to take care of me. But what is a daughter to do when her mother can no longer care for herself? And each hour is a battle to pull her from the depths of her pain and resurrect her happiness. She tells me, I feel like a burden. Again and again, I reassure her she isn't. She never could be. But nothing I say seems to sway her. Nothing stops the voice inside her telling her she's too dependent on me. On that 14th morning of August, I came to discover an empty bed, an unlocked front door, not a soul in sight nor a note on the kitchen counter. My confusion became worry, worry became fear, fear became panic. That's what I told them. And I tell them, the police, the three of them stationed in my driveway, how she'd been so tortured lately, the depression so crushing, the anxiety so paralyzing, and that I couldn't imagine where she would have gone, especially on her own. And they tell me, we'll find her. And they order me back inside, where I sit and fidget, waiting for an answer, an update in this terrifying situation. But my mind had not yet ventured to that forbidden place. And then he tells me, we found her. And I ask him, so is she alive? And he tells me, no. And here's what I'd tell her, if I could. I'd tell her, It's been 2.5 years since I last heard your voice, held your hand, hugged you tight, and each day is a fight, but I've won every time, and I will keep winning. I'd tell her, I miss you more than I could ever say. I miss your smile and your laugh, and how loved you made me feel, and that even at your lowest low, even at my lowest low, basking in your glow made everything all right. I'd tell her I'm getting help. I know it's okay to not be okay, to share my truth, to wear my pain, to be defeated or to defeat, to lead the way or to retreat. I'd tell her I don't blame you. I wish you hadn't felt that ending your life was the only choice. But I foster no anger, and I find no fault. I only hope that you're watching and you're proud of the young woman you brought into the world. I'd tell her I love you, and I live my life for you. Each success I celebrate, each obstacle I overcome, each milestone I meet, each tear I shed, be they of sadness or joy, they are all for you. And I tell you all, never wait to tell your loved ones what they need to hear. Never hesitate to extend a helping hand to someone who could use it. And don't let anyone negate this one sacred truth. You are not alone. Thank you.